Hello everyone, I am Dr. Eric Morrison. This is 7 Under 3, and I'll be covering trading education using the TC2000 and TradingView platforms. Hello, this is the FOREX Week in Review with the 28 majors and minors and 5 exotic pairs. I'm going to go ahead and start off with the Aussie dollar, Canadian dollar, and start off with the strong positioning sells and the strong positioning buy. There's only one positioning buy or strong positioning buy out of all of the pairs. So I'm neither a bear nor bull. All I do is go with what the positioning is, and we're going to start off with the Aussie dollar, Canadian dollar. So as you see through the week, had a nice gain on Monday and Friday, $243 for the week. Aussie dollar, Japanese yen, nice gain on Tuesday through Wednesday, $179 for the week. Euro, Canadian dollar, just had one gain that was on Monday, very small gain, 44 bucks. Euro, Swiss franc, same thing on Tuesday, about a $76 gain. Euro, British pound, overall loss on Tuesday, followed by a gain on Friday. Net loss of $26. Euro, Japanese yen, wonderful gains all the way down to the 200 or Z3 excursion. First initial gain here, stayed in it, and was out at the liquidity zone. Overall gain for the week for Euro, Japanese yen is $1,900. Euro, USD, overall loss on Monday and didn't get back into the trade, even though it was a strong sell and positioning. What you see here on the tables is what's up for the current report or CO2 report in terms of positioning that came out on Friday. Euro, South African Rand was a kind of a whipsaw at first, but then came over nicely on the last 2 days. So on Wednesday, it hit our stop for an overall loss, and then came back like gangbusters for Thursday and Friday. Overall gain for the week, $1,400. British pound, Canadian dollar, overall loss here on Thursday, about $117. New Zealand CAD, overall gain of $150. New Zealand Swiss franc, overall gain on Monday, $124. US Canadian dollar is a beautiful trade here. Nice gain on Monday, and then this just was incredible overall gains on Thursday and Friday. $1,106. US dollar Swiss franc just kept on going all the way down. So it started on Tuesday, it didn't end until Friday. A little get back on Friday with a gain of $938 for the week. US dollar, Japanese yen, absolutely superb trade. After this get back on Friday, we didn't get back into it on Wednesday, which was around 1700 Eastern time. On Tuesday, hit our Z3 excursion and liquidity zone, and got another trade on Thursday. Overall gain for the week, $2,523 for the largest gain of the week. Swiss franc, South African Rand, overall gain and give back on Monday and Tuesday. Overall gain for the week, $371. So just for the strong lead position trades, overall gains percentage-wise was absolutely incredible. $7,113 for the week for the 28 majors and minors, and $1,749 for the exotics. Now, if you did trade the week longs in terms of positioning for US dollar, Mexican peso, or the week shorts, Euro, Aussie dollar, British pound, Swiss franc, British pound, Japanese yen, and New Zealand Japanese yen, had a smaller percentage in gains overall on the majors and minors. So instead of 7,000, it was an additional 1,700 overall on that, and an actual loss on about $200 on the exotics. Overall gain though is 10K if you combined both the weeks and the strongs. However, for these purposes, I'm going to stick with the strong positioning that gives us the overall best liquidity going forward in terms of trap liquidity, and ups our probabilities, as you can see, in terms of overall gains in percentages. Last week, the weak positioning of both the buys and sells had a net loss on for the week. So it's good just to stick with the strong positioning in terms of overall probabilities, regardless of the small percentage gains that you would get by trading them. So for the 28 majors and minors, there were no drawdown days. And for the exotics of the 5 pairs, the drawdown days were on Tuesday and Wednesday. Looking at positioning for next week. So what we have here, starting with Aussie dollar, Canadian dollar, the strong sell positionings, either bear nor bull, just let the positioning tell us where to go. Aussie dollar, Canadian dollar, the strong sell in positioning, Euro Canadian dollar, British pound Canadian dollar, New Zealand Canadian dollar. I think there's a theme here. New Zealand Swiss franc, US dollar Canadian dollar. Strong buy in positioning. This is Swiss franc, South African rand still. Canadian dollar, Swiss franc, and New Zealand US dollar. Mixed are all in purple, where there is no positioning advantage. Weak buys in positioning are Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar, Aussie dollar, US dollar, and US dollar, Mexican peso. Weak sells, Euro Swiss franc, Euro British pound, Euro Japanese yen, Euro New Zealand, Euro US dollar, Euro South African rand, US Swiss franc, British pound Aussie dollar, US dollar South African rand, Euro Aussie dollar, and British pound Swiss franc. In the Japanese yen pairs, whether they be mixed or weak sells in positioning, the majority of them in commercials, I saw a 4% gain in theirs. This could mark the bottom of the majority of Japanese yen pairs. Swiss franc Japanese yen pair was the same. 3% gain in Canadian dollar Japanese yen. US dollar was 5% gain in positioning, less short, meaning the commercials are hedging against their overall positions. What we could see here is a potential bounce here, which would make sense, and started off with this candle. So this could be long for Monday. We'll see. And a 3% gain for Aussie dollar, Canadian dollar, same thing. All right, so the Japanese yen pairs had a major commercials move to the upside, while Swiss franc, South African rand had a major positions move to the downside, or less long in this case. And as you can see here, we had a huge drop here, even though it is a strong long, towards their 6-month average. US dollar, South African rand had a 4% drop in large speculators and a 3%, about 2.99 here. That's why it wasn't highlighted in an overall positioning. So there might be an actual turn here for the US dollar, South African rand. Also, the US dollar in the base currency, not the quote, but the base currency, also showed a 4% rise in commercials hedging their position here. So this, again, may be another bottom for the US dollar base currency pairs. But mainly US dollar, Swiss franc may be hedging in this point, where on Monday it could be going back up to the liquidity zone. Well, folks, that's what we have for the strong sells and strong buy positioning for next week. If you're interested in this strategy or any of these strategies, or programming in both PineScript or Python and auto trading, click on the links below. And remember, ruthless risk management. Have a great week, everybody, and I'll see you on Sunday. Well, if you like this video, hit the like rumble button below and the subscribe button. And if you want more information, click the course information links below. On the TradingView link and on TC2000, I have an affiliate link. If you open up a TC2000 account, you will receive a $25 discount using that link. Thank you for your time.